Hello everybody and welcome back. It's Jarred Up January and today I'm going to bring you along while I can up some chickpeas. Before I get started though, I wanted to mention that Heather the Needy Homesteader is the inspiration for this canning project. I'm using the no-soak method, but keep in mind the no-soak method is not an approved method. So my space is just a little bit tighter here today. I'll show you why. I ordinarily place my canning pot on this element. I'm trying it on this element today. Again, when I put the lid on, the gauge will be facing the dining room. I'm going to start with this jar. This jar belonged to my late mother. It's a Canadian mason jar. Okay, and I love using it, right? It reminds me of my mom. So let's get started. We're going to place the canning funnel on top of the jar. And put a half a cup of chickpeas in the jar. These happen to be a jumbo variety of chickpea. So a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using Himalayan pink salt. Let's pour the water in to the jar. We're going to now debubble. That could use just a touch more water. Okay, now it's time to wipe the rim of the jar. I use vinegar. Some people use water. Vinegar works for me. Let's take a lid and ring band, place it on the jar and screw the ring band on finger tight. There you go. I'm going to place this into the canning pot. Now the water in the canning pot is slowly heating up. I would like to point that out. Let's do our next jar. All of the jars are in the canning pot. I'm now going to put on the lid and I will bring you back when the pot is venting a steady stream of steam. I pressure canned this in October 2021. As you see, I'm using a reusable lid and it is the Harvest Guard brand. So I'm going to tell you three of the meals or meal ideas I use with these. One is I sprinkle these chickpeas on top of salads, any type of salad, usually for my lunches going to work. Another salad I make with these chickpeas is a salad with feta cheese, tomato, and cucumbers. And of course, chickpeas. They're a major ingredient in the salad. And the last dish I wanted to share with you that I generally use these for is curried chickpeas. And I do that with potatoes. So it's basically curried chickpeas, potatoes, and my home canned chicken stock with, various spices that would give it that flavor. The pressure canner is now venting a steady stream of steam. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. The 10 minutes of venting have finished. I'm now going to place the pressure regulator on the vent pipe. I'll bring you back when that gauge reaches 11 pounds pressure. The gauge is reaching 11 pounds pressure. I'm now going to set the timer for 75 minutes because 75 minutes is the processing time for pints. The 75 minutes processing time is now complete. I'll bring you back when the air vent cover lock has dropped, the gauge is down to 0, and it's time to take the pressure regulator off of the vent pipe. As you see here, the air vent cover lock has dropped and the gauge is down to 0. It's now time for me to take the pressure regulator off. I'll bring you back in about 10 minutes when we open up the pot and take the jars out. All of the jars have sealed except for this one, and there's still time for it to seal. I just want you to remember that the no-soak method is not an approved method. So if you're going to use the no-soak method, do your research. This works for me, and I will continue doing it. I would like to thank you for watching.